You need something that's sustainable. One video a week is so fucking easy. It's unbelievable. And we talk about it again and again. Batch create those bad boys. LinkedIn loves articles. They love you embedding videos in those articles. So that's a great way to get your video out there. The best time to start was like 5 years ago. The next best time to start is today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 60, would you believe it or not, of the Optimize Me Now Peak Performance Podcast. Welcome to the show. It's awesome to have you here. I've got a phenomenal guest for you today, but before we get started, if this is your first time listening, thank you for joining us, for tuning in. The show goes out live every week on a Friday through Facebook, so make sure you connect with me over there or over here if you're already on the live feed to get the video version and ask your questions live. Please do come back often. Feel free to add the podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes, and you can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn just by searching my handle at the Jamie Keeling. And if you're a business owner, don't forget to join my Better Business Academy free business coaching group on Facebook. If you love the show or get value from it in any way, you can support the work I do here by becoming a patron on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/optimize me now, and you can sign up to get loads of amazing benefits only available to my patrons. There are 2 levels, but you can head over there and have a look at those for yourself and check those out. Now, all the links are in the show notes. Let's get into the show. My guest today is the phenomenal human being that is Mr. David Walsh, or as he's probably better known these days, Mr. YouTube. If anyone knows how to build a following on YouTube, it's David, and he boasts a subscribership of a whopping 155,325 no less on his own YouTube channel, proving that this man not only talks the talk, he also walks the walk. Not only that, David is a Taekwondo champion in his own right, a man after my own heart, I must admit, and an all-round digital marketing and product launch expert. Do you want to take your brand and business to the next level using the power of video? Well, buckle up. David is about to blow your mind. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
How's life, mate?
Very good. Very good. Busy, which is phenomenal.
Indeed. So I was having a bit of a read through your website, David Walsh Online, in preparation for the show. And I've got to admit now, we've known each other for about a year now through the Nick James Mastermind. I was quite impressed with your back history, and I had no idea you had such an extensive Taekwondo career. You've done so much. Do you want to just take everybody through the journey that you've been on? Oh,
good Lord. Now that's a journey and 3/4. So I started my, Taekwondo career, Christmas 88. A new school opened up literally across the road from my house. So I always wanted to do it as a kid, but never plucked up the courage to do so. So this place literally was across the road from my house. I had no excuse. Everyone was going to be new. So I wasn't going to be needed to be afraid of anything or anyone. And then just started from there, and found I had a sort of knack for it, for kicking people very hard and very quickly. And coaches got interested in me, wanted me to go to the next level, and then the next level, and then to national level and stuff. And ended up competing in 6 European Championships and 5 World Championships representing Ireland.
That is absolutely phenomenal. What a hell of a journey. What was it like when you started and you first got into it? What expectations did you have? Where did you think that it was going to go?
I had zero expectations, which I find for me works really well, because then I can't be disappointed. I find the things that I've been very successful at, I've started with zero expectations and then just found out where things went. And from there, once I found that they worked, then I set goals and set expectations and then achieved them and set out to basically blow them away. So that, that's what happened in my sort of Taekwondo career. It also happened with my YouTube channel and all of these sort of things. So there happens to be that commonality between them all.
Now, YouTube and digital marketing is very different from Taekwondo and kicking people hard and fast in the face. Where did the digital marketing stuff come from? What made you get into that?
Well, there is a transition from one to the other as it happens. So as I was competing, I obviously wanted, being an intelligent person, I would video my competitors. I would video the top athletes of the sport, and I would, back when it was cassette tapes in a camcorder, I would video them. And as I was doing this, people were asking me, "Hey, could you give me this person? Could you give me this weight division?" So there was enough people asking me to think, well, there seems to be a business. There's a business opportunity here. So went into competing, kicking the crap out of people, to filming people kick the crap out of other people, and then selling those videos to other people. I set up a video production company called TKD DVD. Not necessarily an original name, but it did what it said on the tin. So it was Taekwondo DVDs. So we ended up working with like World Taekwondo Federation, European Taekwondo Union, so big national, international bodies filming world championships, European championships, getting invited to tournaments to sell our stuff, to film their tournaments, and make DVDs of that stuff. So from there, obviously I needed to market my own stuff. So when was it? Way back in 2004 is when I sort of put my own stuff online. Because I was developing websites from 97. So I knew the internet and how to make websites, all that sort of stuff. So I could do that. I could do the graphics. So it wasn't difficult for me to put up a website. But then selling my own stuff, I just had a simple shopping cart software, put stuff up there. And it was Christmas 2006. I did a product launch while I was on holiday for Christmas in Rome.
Wow.
And so it's like, no pressure. So I put up like your typical product launch model. I put up one video as a teaser, say, here's a weight division. It was the female heavyweight final, which was actually quite a decent match. So put that out as a teaser and said, December 27th at 5 p.m. UK time, these are going to be launched. It says the first 5 are going out at 30 euros each. The second 10 are going out at 40 euros each, and then they're going on. The normal price is 45 euros or 50 euros, whatever it was. So because there was no automation back then, I was sitting at the computer at 5 p.m. Well, it was 6 p.m. in Rome, and I was waiting for the first 5 orders to come through, and I had the price changed on the site, just waiting to save. Click on save, so it would refresh on the website itself when people landed on the page. They came in 3 minutes, so I was like, click save. So it went up to 40 euros, and then it was like waiting for the next 10 orders that came through, and PayPal. So I waited for those emails to come through. As soon as the 10th one came in, clicked on save at 45 or 50 euros, whatever it is, and then we went out and had dinner.
Wow.
So went out, had pizza in Italy, as you do, came back and sold 1,500 euros worth of DVDs in 3 hours.
That's phenomenal. Where did you learn that strategy to be able to put all of that together, especially in a time when, like you say, there wasn't automation? Is this before YouTube as well, 2004?
Yeah, this was before YouTube. YouTube wasn't a thing. This was before you even phones could take video on, video could make photographs, all that sort of stuff. It was a simple product launch formula, like Jeff Walker's product launch formula model. I didn't even have PLF, the product launch formula product. I sort of just looked at what everyone else was doing in the industry. It said they put a teaser out, they put a basic sales page out. Like typically with the PLF model, it's you put 3 teasers up or 3 videos in the PLF structure. Overcoming problems that people have around the product that you're offering. Then the 4th video is the solution to those 3 problems. But I was like, well, it's a physical DVD. It's not an information product. So I'll just throw out a teaser video and then just go, here's the offer. And then just created scarcity with first 5 at 30 euros, the next 10 at 40 euros, and then the price goes up to 50 euros, whatever. So it's just a basic strategy. It's like teaser, offer, here's when it opens, scarcity.
It's really interesting as well how all of this, this whole empire, if you will, that you've built today and where you're at all came basically from your commitment to the sport of Taekwondo, you know. And it has to be said how committed you must have been to be filming fights and filming your own fights, to be able to study that footage back in that day, you know. So easy to do that these days, yet so few people do. Yet we've got these smartphones and all this digital capability, and actually being able to watch yourself back fighting is such a great way to see how you can improve and see gaps in your technique and all that kind of stuff. So have the tenacity and the commitment to do that back then, when it was a lot more difficult and a lot more cumbersome, is it really does show your level of commitment to the sport. But then also how this business has just grown and bloomed out of that.
Yeah, and the thing it's like whatever I put a proper focus on, I just go, like, I'm an extremes person. I either do it or I don't. So when I sort of got like this psychological switch in my head that says, when I'm committed to this thing, whatever it is, I will do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, and I'll do whatever it takes to do so. That was in the case with Taekwondo. I literally, my whole like professional career was based around Taekwondo, because I moved from Ireland to England to train. I moved from the UK to the States to train. I lived in Turkey to train. Everything I did, every single penny I had, went into wanting to be the best, wanting to be a world champion, Olympic champion. I was just that single focus to do that single thing that I wanted to do. And I then can transfer that over to my business. Because again, once you finish there, you have to have another goal. And that's what we see with a lot of athletes, is that when they retire, because they don't have another goal or something else to strive for, they go drinking, drugs, and they just spend all their money, and then they end up like in the gutter.
Yeah, totally understand. And when you went to the States, you went over there to train with it. Was an Olympic champion?
Yeah, Olympic. Like, he was a 2-time Olympic champion at the time. So I just said, who's the best in the world that I can train with, and who speaks English? That would help. So went over to Houston, trained over there. Like, the family had 3 world champions in the one family. So, you know, I was training with the top people in the world.
I think there's 2 key lessons there you've just mentioned, which are key for success in any area of life, aren't they? Find the best at what you want to be or what you want to do, and learn from them. And that's kind of how we came together, going through the Nick James Mastermind. But also that you've got to have this almost selfish level of commitment and tenacity and single-minded focus in what you want to achieve. And I think this is really a really important message for people these days, especially those who are starting out in business, going out there and buying all these courses and looking at property investing and trading and all these different things, all these nice silver bullets, is that you just need to pick one that you're passionate enough about, that you're prepared to go through this shit with, and you just need to have a single-minded focus and stick with it, because chopping and changing all the time is just going to leave you with nothing.
Absolutely. And because consistency is the key. Consistency on one single thing. Once you've got that dialed in, and that you've got it running on basically by itself, whether you've got that, there is systems like software systems taking care of it for you, or you have it outsourced, or somebody on your team is doing that for you, then you can go on to the next shiny object that you have a single focus on, and work on that. But yeah, just one single thing at a time. I'm a typical male brain. I can only focus on one thing. You ask me to multitask, I'm fucked. I am totally screwed. Like, I'm not my wife, I'm not my mother. I can't do multiple things at one time. Just get me to focus on one thing at one time, I'll get it fucking done.
Yeah, 100%. So what was the transition then from the digital marketing stuff as you moved in? What made you move into YouTube? I'll take it back a little bit before that. So with the digital marketing stuff, because I did this launch with the DVDs and I sold a couple of grand's worth of stuff in a few hours, I got approached by an author in the personal development space who does Tai Chi, Qigong, sort of martial artsy stuff, and uses that for personal development. And he goes, "So you've launched martial arts stuff?" And I says, "Yeah." He says, "Could you do a launch for me?" And I says, "Sure." So I did that, and this was started working together September 2008. So he had built this 8-week, 40 video course
basically to help people using Qigong, Tai Chi to help them get over problems that they had in their life. But he had no focus for the product. He had the videos done. He says, this will help them. And I says, well, help them do what? And he goes, well, I don't know. So he had 8 modules, 8 weeks. And I says, well, what are the top 8 problems that your audience has? He says, okay, so one is procrastination. Next one is trying to find a love partner. Another one is like low energy. So we listed out 8 problems. And I says, great. So what module would work for procrastination? He goes, oh, okay, probably module number 2. Brilliant. This is what module for low energy? Module number 1. Brilliant. So we listed each problem with a module. So now we had a focus for the product. And he had never sold his list anything of any high value. He had a weekly newsletter that he sold for £6 a month by check. And he had people emailing him going, I don't have £6 this month. Can I send you a check for £12 next month?
Wow.
So yeah, he had a very low level price-wise audience. And I was interested to see how we could convert these people. Like, we sold this product for £197. So I was very interested to see how, he conditioned his audience to get, and he was delivering 2 pieces of content per day. So 14 pieces per week for £6 a month, which was ridiculous. I said, you're giving far too much stuff.
That's crazy value.
It's ridiculous. He's working, he's basically a slave for his business. So I said, right, he goes, well, how much should we sell this for? I says, £197. This is great. Because he had no clue. He had no idea of the value of his stuff and what he could sell it for. Like, if it was left to him, he'd probably sell it for 20 quid, So I just said, this is worth minimum 200 quid. Let's sell it for that. So November 2008, recession hit. Everything's going tits up. So we're selling this at 200 quid. We closed the cart 2 weeks before Christmas during that recession. So, everything is against us. Yeah. Let's have fun with this. So we ended up making 10 grand 2 weeks before Christmas.
That's phenomenal.
In a recession. So, he was fucking over the moon. And luckily enough, I was getting 50% out of that. So I had a fucking happy Christmas. So I just said, this thing works. This thing simply works. So from there, I got more clients, and then I decided to focus on the membership side of stuff rather than the launch strategy, and just kept my business at that. And that was taken over for a while. And this is where I transitioned into the YouTube thing. So it was 2013, February 2013, because remember, it was exactly 4 weeks before my 40th birthday. So it was February 8th, 2013. A couple of clients are coming to an end. I had no new clients in the pipeline, so I said, shit. Like my other half at the time, she wasn't working. She was a contractor in fashion, so she didn't have work for a couple of months. So, squeaky bum time, we need to get some fucking money in here, sharpish. So I said, well, what worked before that brought in clients? So I looked at my YouTube channel. I put up 4 videos on my YouTube channel, brought in 4 clients, all from San Diego. No idea why, but it was worth about $10,000 worth of business.
Wow.
So I said, well, that fucking works. So no brainer. I'm going to do this YouTube thing. So looking at it, I said, I decided not to do product launches and membership sites because I could do about 10 or 15 videos and then I'm stuck. Yeah. I'm stuck for content. So I said, well, let's do this YouTube thing. There's not that many people out there with a YouTube channel about YouTube. I can do this. I've got, YouTube's constantly changing. I can create content on a consistent basis, 1 video a week for a year, no problem, no brainer. So that's what I did.
So when was this? Sorry, what year was this when you?
This was 2000. The first video went out February 19th, 2013.
Right. Okay. Cool. So at that time, how many people were there on YouTube who were kind of making it and making money through the platform? That time actually was far more difficult than it is today because you had to get invited by YouTube to have what's called monetization on your channel, which allowed you to have ads on your YouTube channel. So yeah, you had to be invited. That's how old this is. Like today,
going back 2 years ago, if you set up a YouTube channel, you could enable a monetization and you could be making a couple of pennies a day from YouTube straight away. Now, because of the way YouTube have stupidly put major brands ads in front of ISIS videos and all of this stupid stuff, like big brands have cut their ads on YouTube, so they've had to cut back on how they give YouTube creators money on the platform. So you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time on your YouTube channel in order to qualify to get ads on your channel. So it's not difficult, but it just shows that you're doing the work on your YouTube channel in order to get rewarded with advertising on there.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So you get on the platform, you decide, right, I'm going to make this YouTube channel. It's going to be all about how to nail YouTube. And you were an instant overnight success, right?
Yeah, I wish. It took, like, I was getting subscribers from the word go. Like my first video on the first day, I remember it well, I got 1,500 views and 75 subscribers on the first day. So I said, this works.
That's phenomenal.
What I'm doing works. Yeah, because I've got oh, good Lord. I've got clients who've been doing YouTube for years and they've got like double digit, like they've got 20, 30, 40 subscribers and they've got like 50, 60 videos. And I'm going, what the fuck are you doing? Well, that's for me to answer. I can tell them exactly what they're doing or what they're not doing. But, it was just a simple strategy. You do your research, you create content that people are looking for, and you put it up, optimize it properly. It's a very simple thing, but people just don't understand how to do it properly.
So is it as simple as just make some great content and put the right keywords and all that kind of stuff in, and you'll have that kind of success? Is that how this works?
It is. It more or less that is 80% of the strategy. Obviously, you need to promote it as much as possible. Competition is greater on YouTube than it was back in 2013. There's a lot more noise out there, like there is on every social platform. How it was 10 years ago is very different than how it is today. It's like back when email started back in the late 90s. You sent an email out to people, you were guaranteed people opened it because it was like, hey, it's a fucking email. Yeah. Wow, it's an email. I got an email. I got to open it. Whereas today it's like, oh, spam folder, oh, fuck that, unsubscribe. I'll just leave it there. I never got to read it. But that basically is what we do with our clients is go, these are the videos you need to create. Here's your upload schedule. Here's how you put your titles, your tags, your descriptions, and then just email that out to your list and get as many people to see it as you can physically to do so. And then we'll work on getting YouTube to promote the rest of it for you.
So you have to put out a lot of content to be successful like this, right? It's got to be like 3 times a day. No?
Oh, yeah, I love this. I absolutely love it. Yeah, this is what I call the social media ADD. Where you're fucking putting up stuff like, hey, here's me again, here's me again, fucking everything you do, you got to put a post up. No, absolutely not. One video a week. This is something absolutely. It's like one video per week. I've got 155,000 plus subscribers from just doing one video per week.
Wow. Because that's completely the opposite to what you'll hear online, what you see most people doing. Like you say,
exactly.
Every day there's a video about this. They had this meeting. They're eating their dinner. They're doing all. It's just oversaturation, and the message gets lost. So you think that it's just one video a week, but consistency is the key. Exactly.
So it's what I call being predictable, so that. Like with your I say traditional social media platforms, there's nothing traditional about them. They're a brand new technology. But with your the likes of Facebook, Instagram, your Snapchats, that sort of stuff, everything is push. Your message will only get out to your friends and your friends' friends if they comment on your content.
Yeah.
At best, unless you promote it. But I'm talking about from an organic side of things. So it's your friends and possibly your friends' friends. And
to be clear, sorry to interrupt you, you're talking, this strategy is completely organic. There's no chucking tons of money behind ads and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Because if you start out on YouTube by paying for your views, you have to continue to do so because you're killing your organic strategy.
Right, okay. So what is it about that kills the organic strategy?
Because if people aren't finding your stuff naturally and you're paying for the views, YouTube is going to go, well, like Facebook does, hey, these guys are paying for it. We don't need to bother putting them out there in the search engine and getting stuff
Right.
naturally out there, you see.
Okay, so they will actually penalize you because you're paying for content.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So, getting back, so I was saying with Facebook, Instagram, these guys, your stuff is typically out there. It's being pushed onto your friends and your friends' friends at best. Whereas with YouTube, they're inviting you into their lives. They're searching in the search bar. They're even finding you on Google as well, which, the two biggest search engines on the planet. They're inviting you into their life because they're going, how do I, or how to XYZ. So once they find your content, they go, this is good. Then they'll see more of your content on the right-hand side, or you'll have an end card that says, hey, click here for more videos. Click that one. And if your content is good enough, they will click through. And then they watch another video. And when you've got a strong call to action, say, hey, hit the subscribe button. Get more videos like this every Tuesday at 5 p.m. UK time, where I help you grow your YouTube channel. You go, oh, okay. Boom, click subscribe. So there's a number of things in that. Is that unpredictable to say, hey, every Tuesday, 5 p.m. UK time, I have a brand new content for you. There's my consistency, so that they know, oh, it's 10 past 5 on Tuesday. I can go over to youtube.com/David Walsh Online, shameless plug, and then I can get a brand new video about how to grow my YouTube channel.
Okay, so that call, how important is that call to action? Will people not just see the subscribe button and be like, oh, it's awesome, I love him, let's just subscribe?
Yeah, of course they do. And everyone's YouTube channel will grow so well with that strategy. So well. Funny story, I was at YouTube Space, could be about 3 years ago, and talking to a guy, and he had this channel. I think it was a gaming channel. And his videos were like an hour and a half long. And he was getting 100,000 views on each of his videos every single time he uploaded. Yeah, I was going, you've got phenomenal watch time. But he had only like 30,000 subscribers. And like I was coming up to, I think, about 80 or 90,000 on mine. And he says to me, oh, well, how did you get all your subscribers? And I said, I told them to subscribe. And he goes, oh, I don't do that. And I said, you're a fucking idiot. I said, but yeah, he could easily have like well over 1 million subscribers if he just told them to subscribe.
Wow, and it's that simple. They just need to be told.
It is. People want to be led. It's like a no-brainer. They don't want to think. Subscribe to my channel. Okay, click, done. Hit the notification bell. Okay, click, done. They want to be told what to do. They don't want to think. They're doing too much thinking already. So when you just tell them what to do and how to do it very simply, they'll follow it very easily.
Okay, so I suppose it's because they're so immersed in the content, or they're rolling from video to video to video, and they might like the stuff or might like the video, but to actually get them to subscribe for more, it's super valuable to actually say, right, if you love it, subscribe, hit the bell, da-da-da.
Exactly. If you found this helpful and you want to grow, and if you want to grow your YouTube channel, then this content is of value to you. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, blah, 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 that sort of stuff.
Now, would you just do that CTA at the end of the video? Like, how much would you tell people to subscribe?
Typically twice per video.
Twice, okay.
So the what's working now is obviously you have it at the end of your video because you've got what's called end cards of your video now, where you'll have a subscribe button pop up and 2 other videos. So that's the obvious place to put it, but also at the beginning of the video as well, because you can't guarantee people are going to watch your video all the way to the end. So I will typically do, in this video, I'm going to show you 5 ways you can grow your YouTube channel. Then have a bit of branding. Hi, David Walsh here from davidwalshonline.com, your place to grow your YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get more videos like this every Tuesday. So I'll have a call to action right at the beginning where I've got, I've still have their attention, and then go into my content.
Perfect. Sounds great. So you tell them to subscribe, and then you've got all these, you mentioned end cards and little buttons that pop up. That, Dave, sounds super, super technical. Can anybody do that stuff?
Anybody can do it. Basically, it is just a little link on your inside of YouTube, add subscribe button, add link, and they even give you templates inside of YouTube. If you are so technically challenged as to be unable to do it yourself, they will go, here's one we've made for you earlier. Click here, save, done. Woo-hoo.
Boom. So who is YouTube useful for? Can anybody get on and grow a YouTube channel, or is it only suited to particular brands and businesses?
Well, the answer is yes. Pretty much anyone can grow a YouTube channel. Pretty much. Today we have such diverse stuff that even the weirdest thing on the planet could go viral. Like one of the biggest things that went crazy on YouTube about 2 or 3 years ago was a Finnish pneumatic press company who squished stuff in their pneumatic press. They just put a video camera, literally, they put a video camera in front of the press would come down, squish it, and the things went bonkers, absolutely crazy bonkers. So they would take like a rubber duck, they would take plasticine, they would take all sorts of stuff and just press it. One video, and they were like got 1 million subscribers in no time.
So it's not even like a salesy, look at our great
there's
product.
Nothing on it. It's just pure entertainment. It's not even entertainment. It's voyeurism. That's what it really is.
So what's the strategy there? Like, obviously people, loads of subscribers, loads of people watching that video. Does that really result in additional sales and additional business?
If they're doing pneumatic stuff, no. Obviously, if people are in Finland and they're in the local area, they're going to go, "Oh, you're the pneumatic press guys. Oh, yeah, I love your stuff. Now, what can you press for me?" So it'll give them celebrity and a bit of business. But really, it's not going to do much. It's going to put a load of money in their bank account from YouTube, which is a nice change. But from their real business, not much.
So the money would be made. The money would be made from the ad roll then. Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So they would get AdSense money from that. Like they're probably making a couple of grand a month, easy, from that.
Right.
And you never know. A brand could come along and go, "Hey, we love your pneumatic press. Can you put our logo in your press and squish it?" They could get probably a 5 or 10 grand deal from that.
Yeah, sure.
And
there was a similar one as well where there was I'm trying to think who it was, but they were blending iPhones and all that kind of stuff.
Blendtec. Yeah, it says we blend it. It was the
Yeah,
video
yeah,
series.
yeah.
Blendtec. Basically, they would put an iPad in, they would put an iPhone in, they would put all sorts of weird crap in the blender and just blend it up. Yes, we blend it. Yeah, it was phenomenal. Grew their sales phenomenally. But that's where a smart marketer is able to understand the medium and how to get an audience on that and get phenomenal shareability and promote their product at the same time.
So what are the pros and cons between a shameless buy my shit, look at my product, look at my service video, and doing something like you're talking about there, where a blender company is literally just blending random shit up like iPhones? What's the best strategy for people? Is it to just go out there and specifically focus on their product and their service and their customer in that way, or should it be more about entertainment?
There's 3 types of content that you can create on YouTube. One is the how-to, which is the space I typically work in predominantly. Then you've got inspirational content, which is like of your Tony Robbins stuff. And then the other stuff is your entertainment, which is your pranks videos, the we blend it type thing. Now, if you can combine 2 of them in a video, phenomenal. Like if you can make a how-to video with a bit of inspiration or a level of entertainment, fantastic. If you can combine all 3 at a decent level, it's like not trying to fit a round peg in a square hole. But if you can combine education with a bit of inspiration, which could be a testimonial or something like that, and then like have a bit of humor as entertainment, then your video is going to do very well.
What's an example of a video that does that really well?
Oh, that's a good question. I can give you an example of one that does 2 very well, and that is anything by a company called Harmon Brothers. If you've seen Squatty Potty or Poopery, any of those, like they're viral videos. Basically, they've combined entertainment with a little bit of how-to, but it's more direct sales in their videos and created viral videos around them. And of course, they get shareability because the premise of the Squatty Potty is it's a unicorn poops colored ice cream. So the shareability on that is phenomenal. Poopery is a girl sitting on a toilet talking about her poop, of course. And the spray the spray helps with keeping the odor in the toilet so your shit doesn't smell. type of thing.
Sounds phenomenal. One that comes to mind for me is the what was it? $2 Shave Club. You must have seen that
Dollar
video.
Shave Club. That's exactly the same thing. That's the same premise. Yeah, that phenomenon. He ended up selling his company for $1 billion.
Wow.
But Dollar Shave Club is the exact same thing. It's combining humor with sales. That he just fucking crushed it with that.
It was
Absolutely
a phenomenal
crushed it.
video, wasn't it? So entertaining to watch, and really did a great job of selling the product.
Exactly, and called out Gillette by that you don't need to sponsor fucking tennis tournaments or tennis players or whatever in order to get a good shave. And Gillette were the ones who bought him.
Madness. So what are the big mistakes that you see people making? You've shared already so much great info there about techniques and strategies. What are the big mistakes that you see?
First of all is consistency. That's key number one. Second is being specific with your content. Like I've got clients who say, this is our focus, this is our market, this is what they're looking for. And then they decide, I want to do a video on this. I want to do a video on that. They got shiny object syndrome. And then they want to create content that's confusing their audience. So those videos don't do quite as well. And when you have videos like that, YouTube looks, your content isn't great. We're not going to promote your stuff.
Right.
So you can have great video, not so great, not so great, not so great. And then it's like your organic reach begins to die. So we have to rein them back in and go, these are the videos you need to create. Just stick with that. Don't go off the reservation on us. And when they do that, then you'll see things begin to increase nicely. So consistency, predictability in your content that people can easily understand. Also, predictability with your upload schedule, which comes back to consistency as well. They're two very intertwined things. Letting people know when you're going to upload, like I said in my thing, it's like, hey, if you want to get more videos like this, every Tuesday, 5 p.m. So you're letting people know what time they can expect your stuff. Just like when you're watching the 6 o'clock news, it's on at 6 o'clock every day. The news at 10, it's on at 10 o'clock every day. It's predictable. And then the other one is just being persistent. A lot of people will go, I've uploaded a boatload of videos, it's not working for me, blah, blah, blah. Because they could be just 1 or 2 videos away from things actually taking off. What we find again and again on YouTube is that you're going to have one video that's just going to go ballistic. It'll take 50% of your overall traffic of your whole YouTube channel, but it's the video that you least expect to do. It's a throwaway video. You're just doing a quick video, whatever. You upload it, not expecting anything, and that's the one that people go bonkers for. The one that you spend a lot of time on, and you think this is the one that's going to make me big. Da 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 da. It's like, no one gives a monkeys. But it's the one that you least expect that goes boink, and it just pulls in so many people.
And that comes back to your point you made before about, trying too hard and the stuff that you've been most successful at. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. Certainly, I think back to my time as a musician playing in a band, and I was so into it and so passionate about it. I can looking back now, I can see I was just trying too hard. I was trying to force it. And it was only when I stepped back from that and just kind of fell into things and just loved them and just did them without any expectation of the end result that actually great things started to happen.
Exactly. And that energy comes across. I say anything we typically try, it's like, I've got to really do this. I've got to really do that. I was like, because it's actually a lot of negative energy that's going into it. You're going to you're going to get more resistance from what it is you're trying to achieve. It's then when you go, fuck it, I don't care anymore. It's like, here it is. And I was like, no, it took me just to let go and relax for it to actually materialize for me.
But that's so hard to do, isn't it? Because when you want something so bad and it's such a big thing for you, you're just like, I'd do anything for this. And actually that, if not controlled, can really damage your progress. Exactly.
And that's where it's like, when you're doing sort of meditation and stuff where you let go of that thing, that I found really helps me. If you just put your focus on the end result and not how you get there, that really helps me as well.
Sure. So what advice would you give to the 12-year-old, 13-year-old boys and girls out there who are looking at these kids making six figures on YouTube, gaming and doing all this stuff, and they're telling mum and dad, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be famous. What advice would you give to them?
I would say start now. Start as soon as you can. Get buy-in from your parents as well. That is huge. Because if you're having to fight with your parents over wanting to do this, that's a struggle you don't need, and you're not going to win. If you get the support of your family and stuff like that, when you get the negative people, you get the trolls and all that crap, at least you have a support mechanism there in place that you can fall back on. You know, your parents are going to help you overcome the crap that you're going to get, and you're going to get it, especially as a kid, that you're going to get online, and help you get through to the next level and the next level and the next level. Plus, when you get bigger, businesses are going to approach you wanting to give you brand deals and stuff like that. So you need to have somebody who, if you're under 18, you need to have somebody acting on your behalf. Right. So if your parents are working against you, they're not going to do it. So if you've got a bigger brother and sister, you might get them, but it's going to be difficult. So get buy-in from your parents, number one. Be consistent, know who your audience is and what your audience is looking for, and just basically give that to them.
And they can start from, you know, how early should people be starting? If kids know from, like, because kids that are 2-3 years old are using iPads, tablets, phones these days. Yeah. How, you know, if people really do want to build a brand and build a business around YouTube, how early should they start in an ideal world?
Okay, so for businesses, they need to start as soon as, like the best time to start was like 5 years ago. The next best time to start is today. I started in 2013, and that gave me a lot of. It was good that I started back then. There's a lot of people trying to do what I do now, and there's a lot more noise in the space. But because I started when I started, I've got leverage over them because I've been around a lot longer than them. Like, some of them have got bigger channels than me, but I've been around a lot longer. They learn from me, and they still refer back to me when they're going, hey, thank you to such and such for inspiring me on all that sort of thing. But anyway, back to the audience. Get up and running as soon as possible. What I recommend everybody does is plan on 3 to 6 months worth of content. Like, just do one video a week. That's all it takes. You can film 4, 6, 8 videos in one go. You can schedule those uploads on YouTube. YouTube likes you to schedule stuff. And this goes back to like what we were talking about earlier on about social media ADD, where you don't have to be doing 27 posts on Instagram and 47 YouTube lives a day and all this sort of rubbish. You can just do one video a week, film 2 months worth of content in one go, get it edited, uploaded, nice thumbnail, good title descriptions, and get your tags in there. And basically, it's just, you do it and it's just uploaded and it goes out on a consistent basis. So just keep at it. You know, your persistency and consistency is really the key, and just be predictable as well with your content. Like, I've got one client, and her aim is to just get 2 corporate clients. Right. So we've got a strategy in place for her to put out a video a week, but all she's looking for is 2 clients. There's some people out there that need a lot of people. Some people just need 1 or 2 people. And when your content is out there and they're searching on what it is, the topic that you're searching for, and it's your video that's coming up again and again and again, they sit up and take notice. They contact you and it goes, your shit is everywhere. I need to talk to you. And that, I've got that from plenty of times as well. Is like, people will come up, they'll go, YouTube this, YouTube that, and they go, I've seen your videos. Oh my God, I know your stuff. In fact, I'm a subscriber. And you know, that's how I can get clients, because I've already got that authority out there. I've already served them with content. And that's what this is. It's basically a content strategy where you're serving your audience. You know, you can help people by actually helping them. You know, strange concept. Yeah. So you do all the serving, and then you have a call to action. If this is of interest to you and you would like to know more, click the link in the description below where you can get one of our products or sign up for a free course or whatever type of thing.
Okay. So when it comes to serving, a lot of people are going to be worried about giving away too much, because if I give them too much, they won't want to work with me. They won't need my services.
Yeah.
How much is enough and how much is too much?
I never have a problem giving away stuff. I could give away my whole strategy on how I do stuff to people. And I know that there will be people go, hey, I just want to pay you to do this for me. Do it. Yeah. And that's the audience I'm looking for. If I'm trying to if I'm holding back stuff in a strategy to try and convince them to buy my stuff, that's never going to work. They're always going to look for a way to get your stuff for free, look for other free stuff. They're never going to buy anything. So I've never have a problem giving away everything, because when you have products, like especially online training products and stuff, what you're doing is it's ease of use. They have everything in one place, rather than having to go through 20 of your YouTube videos to find what they're looking for. So a lot of people would just go, you know what, save me time. Just save me time. Here's my money. Give me what I'm looking for.
So it's about time.
I never have a. It is. It's about, there's a word in my head that that's not coming out, but it's about time saving. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned before about YouTube likes for you to schedule stuff. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yes. Yeah, so there's a feature in it. You upload your video and you can schedule your stuff like a year in advance. So we will typically create a load of videos, and then just schedule them for every Tuesday, 5 p.m. UK time. And YouTube knows if you've got content scheduled, you've got content going out. So it likes that. It likes YouTube's strategy, as is Facebook, Instagram, is that you bring people to the platform and keep them on the platform as long as possible. So when you're playing that YouTube game, as it is on every platform, then they will reward you for that by promoting your content a lot more.
So just having stuff in the pipeline scheduled to go out is going to actually help increase your organic reach.
Exactly, because it knows, hey, these guys have got content for the next 27 Tuesdays. Why not?
Wow, fantastic. And I love the concept of batch recording, because it can be a bit daunting for people, can't it? Like, I've got to do a video every week and I'm scheduling half a day to do it, edit it and do all this stuff. I mean, how much time should doing a batch of, say, 8 videos take to cover a couple of months?
You could do it in a weekend if you're slow. Like once you get it down, you could knock that out in a day. Like I would say like 8 videos is going to take you, like, depending on the length of videos. If you're just doing talking head, 4 or 5 minutes, basic edits, you could do 8 videos shot and edited in one day. If you are doing talking head stuff and then you're doing some screen capture stuff, then you're talking probably about 2, maybe 3 days tops to get them shot and edited. So, up to 3 days would give you 2 months worth of content, which is ridiculous.
How perfect and polished does it have to be? I mean, if you're recording the videos and you slip up on a couple of words or stumble,
who cares? There's 2 ways you do it. A, you edit it out, and that's the beauty of editing, is that, like, you say, oh, you fumble up on your lines, it's like, then you just go, take a breath, smile, restart your line again, and then you just do a jump cut or an edit for your video. Or the other way is just name the elephant in the room. It's like, hey, no, I didn't mean to say that. This is what it is. So you can do it either way. And because it's a conversation. This isn't the BBC. It's not like primetime TV. I had a very interesting conversation with Jamie Oliver's media manager when he moved into YouTube a couple of years ago. And the biggest thing that they found was, when they're doing stuff for Channel 4, everything has to be polished. If he gets a spot on his shirt, they have to change shirt.
Wow.
He can't have a spot on his shirt. Yeah. If he gets a spot on his shirt in his YouTube, it stays there. It has to stay there because it's consistency.
It's real.
It's real. It's authentic. No one's going to be coming out clean out of cooking. Simple as. You're going to make a mess. You're going to spill stuff. Crap's going to go on the floor. You're going to wipe your face with a chili and burn the head off yourself. That sort of stuff. When that happens, you keep it in, or else you put it in a blooper reel. That sort of stuff. Yeah. People want to see it because it's real.
Cool. And you've mentioned 5 o'clock a couple of times now when talking about posting content and the time to do so. Is 5 p.m. like the holy grail of the time to post, or
No, it's just a time I plucked out of the air. You got to see what time your audience would be interested in your stuff. Like for businessy stuff, like my clients will do anywhere from 5 to say 8 p.m. because they know their audience is on the way home from work. Some are on a train or a bus and they're sitting there with their phone and they're looking at YouTube videos. Or else they've got home, they've had their dinner, they don't really watch TV. Again, they're on the phone or their tablet, they're watching YouTube videos, that sort of thing. Another client, we're putting stuff out 7 a.m. on a Monday morning because it's a motivation stuff.
Right.
So it's going to give them that motivation first day of the week, gets them going for the rest of the week. So, it's whatever way your audience is naturally going to be there. For some people, it's going to be a Sunday evening. For some people, it's a Saturday evening. So you just got to naturally look at, well, where's my audience going to be on YouTube for me to best get my content out there?
Yeah, so it's about obviously getting to know your audience, but I suppose then you've got analytics built into YouTube that you can look at and
Exactly.
fine-tune that time over a period, right?
Exactly. And there are analytics that will tell you, hey, yeah, on a Tuesday, your best option was between 3 and 6. On a Thursday, it could be, say, between 6 and 9. My real thing is just to say, hey, just pick a time because you'll condition your audience to tune in at that time anyway.
Right.
Over time, over a couple of weeks, your audience is going to know, say it's 2 p.m. Okay, yeah, going to be 2 p.m. I'm going to be there, blah, 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 that sort of thing. And I'm going to get it. Like when I was, in my early days, I would upload as soon as I had the video edited. I didn't necessarily batch. And it would be anywhere from, say, 11 a.m. UK time to, say, 4 p.m. So my audience was sort of conditioned in between that time that, round about 2 p.m. time, they would tune in looking for a video, and 60% of the time it would be there for them.
Okay, so is it better to do a window like that, or is it better to just say, right, do you know what? No, it's 2 p.m.
I recommend having a specific time because then you can put on your channel banner, new videos, Tuesdays, 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 1 p.m., whatever, 9 a.m.
Right.
So again, it's about being predictable. You don't want to have to make them think. When is this guy going, or when is this girl going to upload their next video? Oh, last week it was 11. Today it was 6. You're making me think.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go 5 p.m., easy peasy.
Okay. So how important then is the quality of the artwork, the channel artwork, the heading banner and all that kind of stuff? Because you can go onto Canva and you can mock some things up. I've done it myself and they're shit. Do you have to get a graphic designer from Fiverr or whatever to do that for you? How important is that in the grand scheme of things?
If you can get it somewhat professional just to get it out the door, great. Just have an image of yourself looking directly at camera on a nice background with some text saying who you are, when you're uploading is. That's all you really need. If you don't have the resources to spend money on a designer, just do the quick and easy thing, Fiverr, if you can afford $5-6 just to get something up there. But when you can afford it, I would recommend that you get a nicely designed banner. You have consistently nice branding on your thumbnails so that people recognize your content as they're scrolling through the feed on YouTube and stuff like that.
Okay, so that's a great point you made about the thumbnail. So what do you recommend in terms of how you set that up? Because when people come onto your channel, they're going to see a bunch of videos from you, aren't they?
Yeah.
Now, do you just kind of pick a good still from at some point in the video? Have you got to have my YouTube channel is nowhere near what it needs to or should be. But my videos, I've got just like an short intro clip with some music, the logo, and I just used that as my kind of my picture for each of the videos. But it looks very bland and very samey. What's the best strategy there?
Yeah, I recommend having, you can use a still from the video, but it's not the same still. That's what I used for years. Now I've sort of evolved into, I've just shot a load of shots of my head, like what we're seeing here in this frame here. There we go. But that is typically how I frame myself in my videos now. Not because I want to do, it's just because I had to. Basically, the way my office is, that's how I had to frame it, but it works out well. So you want to have a nice shot of your face looking directly at the camera, smile, big eyes. Eyes work very well. A friend of mine, Jeremy Vest, He has studied this in great detail. Clients have paid him like hundreds of thousands of dollars to run tests on their thumbnails. And what he found was that eyes are the biggest thing, that you need to have eyes, because he did like manga stuff as well. So it's not just human, like these are like 2D drawings.
Yeah.
But he found that whether it was a human, 2D drawing or whatever, that it was the eyes was the biggest thing. That they need to see the eyes, that you're looking directly at camera. You've got an expression that creates intrigue. So, if you're talking about something negative, you go, whatever your expression is, they go, oh, what's wrong with him?
So you really emphasize it with the facial features. Yeah,
exactly. So you probably overemphasize it.
Yeah.
So that you're just you're trying to capture their attention. Again, their thumb is going bonkers, scrolling through stuff to find something that's interesting. So you've got to use that, like your facial expression, to capture their attention.
So it's about being a little bit silly with it then as well, I guess.
There is an element of that. Yeah, it's like I will do that sort of thing on my videos, or so it's like it's just something out of the norm than your that sort of thing. It's like boring. Yeah, if you're excited about your content and you're showing that in your thumbnail, then that gets them excited too.
Sure. Okay. So when you're talking about the eyes, tell me, like, how should you have your eyes?
Open is good.
But like, have they got to be like super wide or just open?
Yeah, just open. It's like whatever works for the content. Like if you're going like that every time, you look like a freaking psycho, So it's like, oh, scary guy, I'm going to go. If you've got a predominantly Asian audience, they're definitely going to run. So yeah, Chinese people are like, oh, big eyes. So. But yeah, it's just like open, friendly, like you smile with your eyes. We all know that, It's not just with your mouth. You smile with your eyes, have an inviting expression. It's like you're talking to your best friend about a topic you really want to help them with. That's really it.
Cool. So in terms of, the image and the face and eyes and all that stuff sounds great. Should you have text on that thumbnail for the video that says what the video's about, or is...
Yeah. Some people say no, and I disagree. I think yes, because not everyone's going to read the title of your video. You want to keep your text to a minimum. So think Sun headline, Freddie ate my hamster, 4 words. So we keep the words, whatever the major hook of the video is, have that text on there, but don't have like my first title, my first thumbnails were fucking terrible. They had about 20 words on there. You couldn't read a damn thing, So you want to keep your words to a minimum, no more than 3 lines, 4 if you really have to. But if you can keep it to 2 to 3 lines, perfect, because then that allows you to get bigger text on the thumbnail. So you want to have big text. Tiny text doesn't work, because when you get down to very small thumbnails, no one's going to read it. Right. So you got to think, well, how is your granny going to read this who's got very thick glasses? She needs to be able to read it in a split second.
Yeah, sure.
If she can't read the text, that's lost. So you want to have contrasting colors with the text on your background. If your text is a very similar color or very hard to read on the background, it's lost. You're wasting your time. So have contrasting colors, 2 to 3 lines, 4 at a maximum, minimal words on there. That creates a hook. It's like clickbait. Again, think Sun headline.
Yeah.
So what are the basic words that you need to have on there that's going to capture their attention very quickly, and then have a nice inviting face on there too?
Makes sense. Perfect. So that covers a lot of stuff that's going to set it up for the best organic reach on YouTube.
Yeah.
What other strategies do you recommend people using in terms of promoting their YouTube channel and their YouTube content through other forms of media?
Yeah. Obviously promote it on every other channel that you've got, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram. You can put up teasers on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. If you're using LinkedIn, and you should, then you can repurpose the content, or if you don't want to do another edit, then you can put your video in an article on LinkedIn, which is a great way. LinkedIn loves articles. They love you embedding videos in those articles. So that's a great way to get your video out there. And again, you can put the text around your video that can just be a blatant plug for your business, because that's what LinkedIn's about.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, if you want more, click, hit us up at this website, blah, blah, blah. We'll help you do whatever.
So will the reach of the article be reduced then because you're embedding a YouTube? Because that's what a lot of people say, isn't it? If you share YouTube content in LinkedIn or Facebook, it's going to reduce the organic reach because you're taking them away from the platform. Yeah,
because they're talking about in a post. If you embed the video in an article, that's different.
Right.
Just like you embed an image or whatever, that's different. It supports the content
because it's keeping them on the platform.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they'll play the video in LinkedIn and stuff, so they're not going off to YouTube. Now, what you're talking about is when you share a video in a post on LinkedIn and a post on Facebook or whatever, it doesn't like the link in the post itself. And so when you do that, you need to put it in the first comment of that post.
Sure.
Then it doesn't see it. Then it doesn't see it as a YouTube link out of the platform, you see.
Cool. And is there a way to the strategy you talked about there? I love that, by the way, with the articles and embedding the video in there. Is there a way to do that on Facebook? Because there's notes on pages that you can use, which is a similar sort of function, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar. I don't know anyone who's using it, to be honest with you. It's not something that you see recommended by any social media expert going, here's a new way to get build your audience.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it really.
Okay, so stick with the LinkedIn articles and embed it directly in.
Yeah, LinkedIn articles is great. Obviously, if you have an email list, definitely send it out to them. Just shout as much as you can. Tell people, if you're sending emails out to clients or customers or whatever, have a link to your YouTube channel in your signature, and then put in new videos every Tuesday, 5 p.m. or whatever that time is.
Yeah. So when you're sending out emails, particularly to an email list, would you actually embed that video in the email so it's played in email, or would you kind of link it out?
No, what I would do, I always embed the thumbnail of the video with a play button on it. So it looks like it's the video, and then they go and click on that, and it brings them out to the YouTube channel.
Oh, so it hyperlinks out.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
Cool. Yeah, makes sense. Cool. David, you've shared so much phenomenal value here today.
There's boatloads in that. Man. Holy cow, there's actually metric boatloads in that.
There really is. And I've been watching the comments coming up, and people are absolutely loving you and loving the stuff that you're going on about here. This Kevin says that it's absolutely the best Optimize Me Now podcast ever, just because of you and the quality of content you're sharing. So thank you so much for just giving so much today. What else do people need to know that we haven't covered already?
If you are in the how-to space and you're struggling with getting customers or clients, especially through social media platforms, and you are doing the social media ADD, trying to upload 27 posts a day and 57 Facebook Lives, you need to get on Facebook. 1 video per week. At the same time, same day, create a boatload of content, just upload it. Put your who you are, what you do in your channel art, and what time to expect your content, and just start there. Seriously, that is it. Simple.
So I really haven't got to be posting 7 times a day.
In fact, if you're starting out, it's actually going to go against you, and we have to rein in our clients from wanting to do multiple posts in a week. Like we got clients, I want to do 5 videos a week. I want to do this. And I'm going, no, you start on 1 video a fucking week. And the reason for that is if YouTube is sending out an email that you've uploaded a video to your Gmail or whatever, you're going to get email blindness. You're going, oh, fuck me, he's uploading a video. I don't have time for this right now. Right. The emotional investment they have, you've just wasted all of that. You want to leave them wanting more. We typically will start with 1 or 2 videos per week with a client. Again, you need something that's sustainable. 1 video a week is so fucking easy. It's unbelievable. And as we talked about again and again, batch create those bad boys.
Yeah.
Upload it, schedule it. So you just make it, upload, schedule, optimize the crap out of it. You're done. done. Simple as. You don't have to think about it. Just go. Oh, one other thing we didn't talk about is engagement on your videos. Ask people a question on the video before you ask them to or tell them to subscribe. Ask them a question. So what did you think about what I just talked about? How would you do this? That sort of thing.
Right.
What's your biggest challenge when it comes to whatever niche you're in? What's your biggest challenge for growing your YouTube channel? Let me know in the comments area below, and I'll do the best I can to help you get that question answered. And then answer those questions. They are your potential clients. They're your potential customers. You don't know how long it will take for them to convert into a customer, but outreaching to them at that point will help grow your audience, will help grow that connection with them. I've got people who have been with me since before I had 1,000 subscribers. And again, I was rabid. I was in there replying to comments every single day when I started. I would even look at people's channel to see what they did and say, hey, how's life in Germany? She goes, how the fuck did you know I lived in Germany? I says, I looked at your channel. Oh, so you're not scary fucking stalker guy. You're actually, somebody who's invested in my life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when you get to 100,000, go, oh my God, congratulations! I remember when you were at 847 subscribers. It's so great to be on the journey with you.
Yeah,
type of thing. They want to be part of your journey. They want to be part of your success. So engaging with them helps create that bond with them. They know you're a real person. You're not just uploading crap and then just trying to siphon them off as a customer. You're there for their best interest.
Yeah, love it. And so you would recommend reply to every comment, get involved in
when you're starting out. Exactly.
Yeah.
If they've taken the time to leave a comment, take the time to reply back to them. And in the comments, again, ask them another question.
Right.
If they go, hey, love this video, great content. Ask them, what about the video did you like the best?
Great question.
Great question. Then they come back with a reply. What about that did you like? So you can have this whole forward and back conversation with somebody over just one comment, a throwaway comment they've just put in on your channel. And then they may convert into, oh, I'm looking for a solution for blah, blah, blah. Oh, how about we set up a call? We can go through what we've got for you. We've got something that's perfect for you. I think you'll like it. How's Tuesday at 4 p.m. or 6 p.m.? Which one suits you best?
Perfect.
Blah, blah, blah.
Perfect.
That sort of thing. So because you're helping them out, they're more inclined to convert and buy from you. Like I've seen on my clients' channels, when they do something about, and they've helped other clients, with their businesses and stuff like that, helping people, showing how they help people by actually helping them. They go, how do I get that? And I'm going, your salespeople should be on these fucking comments going, what's your phone number? Let me give you a call.
Yeah. So the selling happens in the conversation, happens in the comments.
Exactly.
And how much does that interaction, when you've got a shitload of comments and likes and all this interaction, how much does that improve your organic reach?
Again, you're going to get more views on that video. People are coming back. Again, you're playing the YouTube game. They want people on the platform. Whatever it takes for people to be on the platform, and you're helping YouTube with that, they will love you. Boom, they'll push your video more and more out there. They're going, this guy keeps people on the platform for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So they're going, holy crap, yeah, let's push this out there. Let's push this bad boy out there as much as possible.
Cool. So it's all about playing the game. What is the ideal length for a video then? Or is that dependent on your industry or the information?
That whole chestnut. The length of the video needs to be as long as it needs to be. Whatever it takes to get your piece of content out there is what it is. Like, if you're giving 10 tips to grow your YouTube channel, then that's going to be longer than 5 tips to grow your YouTube channel. I recommend people make longer format content. And this is where YouTube is king as well, is that with Instagram, with Facebook, and even LinkedIn to a certain point, that they're shorter form videos.
Yeah.
People will go to YouTube and not be drawn to that, a 30-minute, 40-minute, 60-minute, 90-minute video. People will watch long form content on YouTube. So again, if you can make content that will get people on the platform for 35 minutes, hell yeah, absolutely. One channel I had a conversation with a couple of years ago called Top 10 Things. They did videos on the top 10 things, XYZ, top 10 things you didn't know about Megan Fox, top 10 things about Star Wars you didn't know. So they just basically is a listicle.
Yeah.
So they did the top 10 things. They bought a channel that did top 5 tips, something like, but they did 5 tips. They doubled their watch time by doing one simple thing, changing it from 5 tips to 10 tips.
Wow.
Very simple. Very simple. And lists, here's another top tip, if there wasn't enough of them. Lists are a great thing. So if you can give 5 things, 7 things, 10 things, 15 things, 20 things to help grow your business, people are already, they already know what to expect, that there are 20 things.
Yeah.
You see. So they're more likely to stick around for those 20 things, or at least 15 of them anyway, than if you were to just put on a 30-minute video and just meander and stuff. But you've already set the expectation with the number. Numbers are a great way to keep people engaged and keep people watching your content.
Sure. And if it is that longer form video as well, because of the type of platform it is, are you then more likely to get people who will start to watch it and come back to it if they haven't got time to finish?
Yeah, they'll put it on the watch later, but typically they'll watch it all the way through.
Right.
Like, especially if you're targeting older audiences, longer content works phenomenally because they're already conditioned to watch 30-minute and 60-minute programs on TV, from the 60s onwards. So like kids today, they will watch probably up to 15, 20 minutes. On YouTube, again, if it's a gaming video, they'll watch 90 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending on the content. But if you're doing businessy stuff, older audiences will watch longer videos, no problem.
Okay, cool. That's really interesting. So where do you see the future of YouTube in the next year, 5 years, 10 years? How do you see the platform evolving and people's use of it, brands, businesses, and how to build?
For companies, I wouldn't necessarily say brands because they're using it in a completely different way. They just want their name out there and there's no direct sales data back to their products like Coca-Cola or Nike or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, if you are expert author, consultant, you are a small business, now that's where the opportunity lies. How-to content has increased on YouTube, how-to searches on YouTube has increased 70% year on year.
Wow.
More and more people are going to YouTube looking for solutions to the problems they have. I was in Nashville about a month and a half ago, getting an Uber to the airport, talked to this old guy. He was 70 years of age. Howard was his name. Nice old Southern gentleman. He says, so what do you do, sir? And it's like, oh, I'm a YouTube strategist. Oh, YouTube. I use that for everything. I use it for fixing my car. I use it for fixing my refrigerator. I go there for everything, so more and more people understand that YouTube is the place to go because they know they're going to get a video on it. They're going to get the step-by-step steps on how to do it.
And be able to see it with their eyes as well,
They
right?
can see it with their own eyes. I was looking to change the light bulbs in my car 2 weeks ago. Where did I go? YouTube. How to change the light bulbs and da-da-da-da. Found it was too difficult. I just said, hey, just get someone else to do it for me. I can't be bothered.
Take it to the garage.
Hey, here's some money. Just fix it for me. I don't have Japanese hands. I've got a Japanese car. Don't have Japanese hands. I can't get my big man hands in there to get this out. So someone else can do it for me. But that's the first place I went to find out how do I fix this.
Yeah. I was renovating my bathroom a couple of years ago, and I needed to replaster the ceiling. Yeah. And I actually went on YouTube, watched a bunch of videos about how to plaster a ceiling, and did a pretty damn good job. Not half bad.
Exactly. And there's so many cases of people just like there was one woman in the States. She built her own house using videos from YouTube from scratch. Had no previous experience. There is in fact. A Nigerian javelin thrower who's famous for learning how to throw the javelin from watching YouTube videos.
Wow.
No coaching, no. He's gone to the Olympics from watching YouTube videos.
God, that's crazy.
Sorry, no, Kenyan, he's Kenyan. Yeah, he's gone to the Olympics and the World Championships by watching YouTube videos.
No excuses, folks.
There you go. You can, and I think he's medaled as well, funnily enough. So you can be the best at pretty much anything from watching YouTube videos.
There you go. If that doesn't sell it, then what does, eh?
But getting back to your point, like where's things going? For businesses, if you have content that helps people, if you can show you can help people by helping people, you need to be creating one video per week, just uploading on a regular basis, inviting people to subscribe, inviting people into your business. If you've got a funnel, an opt-in or whatever, hey, if you like this, I've got a free report that will help you overcome the top 10 things in XYZ thing. Put the link in the description, get people to opt in. If you're an author or you're doing a free plus shipping book offer, they're phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal offers on there. Because the emotional investment for people is literally nothing. They have to just put in their name, fill in a credit card details for a couple of quid, book arrives in the post, boom. Those things are converting like bonkers on YouTube.
And that stuff's still working because that's been around for a while now, hasn't it?
It's still working. I've got clients and that thing is working big time, absolutely big time. So just get your stuff up there. It doesn't take a lot. Use your phone. You can get a cheap tripod on Amazon, 20, 30 quid. Use the mic on your phone if you can't afford 20 quid for a lapel mic. And just start creating content. Your first video is going to be the worst one you ever create. Just get over with it.
Just accept it.
Get it done. Accept it, because I'm still looking at my content from like 2 years ago, and I've been doing this for over 6 years. I was like, holy crap, what was I doing? Like my first videos were so bad. The lighting was crap. The video quality wasn't great. Content was good, and the sound was good. Those were the two things I focused on initially, and they're basically what grew everything. Audio on your video is key. You can get away with shaky video from time to time, but if all your videos are going to be shaky video, then people are going to lose interest. But audio is key. Get it as professional as you can. We are, as humans, we are programmed to want to evolve and improve and stuff like that. So you will do that anyway. You look at your videos and go, shit, I need to bring it to the next level now.
Yeah.
Do I need to buy a camera? Do I need to buy, some lenses for my phone if I'm just going to stick with my phone? Do I need a microphone? Over time, you'll want to evolve and grow anyway. So that will happen, but just get your fucking videos started.
But you've got to start being shit, right? You've just got to get started and then go through that process.
Accept it. The perfectionists out there, I've got some bad news for you. Get over it. Get the fuck over it. Just fucking do it. Your kids can do a better job than you can, so why don't you do it as well?
Boom. Great.
So on that note,
mate, this whole interview has been absolute gold dust. The comments are streaming in from people saying how bloody amazing this has been and how you've inspired people to really move forward with their YouTube channels, and just brilliant advice. Great comments all around, mate. I've got three questions.
So there we've combined the three elements. We've got a little bit of inspiration. We've got plenty of how-to and knowledge, and we've even thrown in some humor.
Phenomenal. I've got one more question from an audience member. Shaquille asks, live or recorded video on YouTube, which is better?
Okay, so pre-recorded to begin with. What we are doing with our clients right now is we're using the live video strategically to create more engagement with the audience. So you can do one live video per month. And what we do is just, again, we'll create a topic around that. So we'll have like a 10-minute training, 20-minute training, and then it's open to ask me anything.
Right.
So you can use them they're a great engagement tool for connecting with your audience and getting your current subscribers to want more from you. But pre-recorded is the easiest way to do stuff. But yeah, you can do live stuff, but it's not quite the same level as it is with Facebook Lives. Facebook does have the advantage on that one, but pre-recorded is the easiest thing. As we've talked about time and time again, batch create your videos, upload it, schedule it, easy peasy, and then just do a live once a month or even twice a month or whatever. Again, depending on your audience. If your audience likes lives, you could do it once a week.
Yeah.
But you just start with something that's sustainable. You don't want to do 4 lives a month and then realize, fuck, I don't have the time. I can only do twice or once you're better off starting with once a month and being able to grow up to 2, 3, or 4 than starting with 4 and then force down to 1.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're just starting out or relatively early in the journey on YouTube, just pre-recorded, 1 video a week.
Exactly.
Boom, keep it simple. Just crack on and get that done. If you're a bit further along that journey, bit of a bigger channel, bit of a bigger following, then you can think about doing a live or 2 a month, maybe, if that's what the audience wants.
Exactly.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome, mate. I've got 3 quick fires just to finish this off, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
What is
ending here.
What does your morning routine look like, Dave?
My morning routine is I get up, I go for a run, whether that's just like a 2K, like I would go for a jog, 2K, like recovery run, and then walk back. Or else I'll do tempo runs in the park, which I like to do. They're another recovery mechanism. I like sprinting. So I do sprint 3 times a week. So I'll use those just as a recovery and just start my day nicely. When I can, I juice in the morning. When I can't, I'll just have a coffee and just keep going. So that's typically my morning routine.
Awesome. Who inspires you the most and why?
My wife. Because, oh God, she's going to make me cry again. She's done so much for me in sort of my entrepreneurial journey. That I just want to be the best person I can be to give her the life that she deserves. She's, I haven't made life easy for us. I'll be the first to admit it. Because again, being an athlete, I'm very selfish on what I want to do and what I want to achieve. Sometimes it's been to the detriment of finances, probably more so than anything else. But she's been there. She's been the workhorse behind the scenes that's kept everything steady, kept everything above water when things weren't financially great. But now business is doing great. And, I brought her into the business. So, she actually, she was getting half the business anyway, being my wife. So I thought, well, you may as well fucking work for it. So, but yeah, she inspires me, and that I would just want to do the best for her, and stuff. And also our team members and also my clients too. They are fucking phenomenal. We just focus on what's the best we can do to get them the result that they want, faster, quicker, more efficient.
That's fucking beautiful, mate. Love it. And finally, if you could go back to your teenage self and give yourself just one piece of advice, what would it be?
Oh, that's fucking easy. Is I've had an entrepreneurial brain all my life. I just didn't fucking realize it. Like when I was a teenager, I had an idea. I grew up at the seaside, so I had an idea to set up a hot dog stand and go around selling hot dogs. So I thought, no one's going to do it. 2 months later, someone set up a fucking hot dog stand, and it was going fucking 10 years for 10 years.
Wow.
I was going, motherfucker, excuse the language. But I was going, and like I've had these little ideas all along in my life, and if I just pulled the trigger on even half of them, things would be so fucking different.
So get it done. If you got an idea, just get after it.
If you've got something that comes to mind that you don't believe will work, just fucking do it. Just find out. Because if you don't know, you'll never know. And you'll get to the point where you do something and then you go, oh, shit. I should have done this fucking 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Like, I'm talking, fucking nearly over 30 years ago, I should have done this shit.
Wow. Amazing. Dude, you've been absolutely fucking phenomenal today. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show, because this has just been absolute gold dust. Loads of great feedback in the comments.
Absolute pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure.
You're awesome, mate. So I just want to give you a chance now, let people know who, I suppose, who are your ideal clients? What kind of clients do you look for, and how can those people get in touch with you?
Okay, so for our high-end, like I'm talking high-end clients, if you are an expert and you've got like a 6 or 7 figure business, probably preferably a 7-figure business, you're an expert. You want to get exposure for yourself. If you want, like what I call, be the fucking authority in your marketplace. If you want to be the number one head honcho, numero uno, that sort of thing in your marketplace, you definitely need to have a YouTube channel. There's so much authority that comes with that when you've got subscribers and stuff like that. And like we've got clients fucking left, right, and center we've done that with. If you want to get ahead of your competition, if you're paying a shit ton of money on Facebook ads and your ad spend is going up each and every month for the same amount or less clients, then you definitely need to be on YouTube. Contact me. I can give you case study after case study after case study of clients we've helped grow and build their channel. If you are a smaller business and you may be a solopreneur or you've got a small team and you're not ready for an investment for a 12-month YouTube strategy, then we do have online training that we've helped a lot of people with. That walks you through. It's got 4 modules, very simple. We walk you through the stuff you need to do on how to find out what your audience is looking for, how to create the content, the structure for your videos, your thumbnails, how to optimize your videos. It goes into more depth, basically everything that we've talked about on this live today. Funny enough, I was talking to somebody this morning very early, and they said, "How long is your course?" And I said, "It's 4 hours." He goes, "That's not much." And it says, "I don't believe in giving so much stuff that it overwhelms people. I give people exactly what they need." And he goes, "Now I see the benefit of it." And it says, yeah. Four modules, 4 hours worth of content. And we split things up so it's bite-sized as well, so that if you need to find out how do I do my headline or my titles, you go into the how to do your titles video, 3 or 4 minutes long. So you can go in and pick things out from that. So, and because I built it for people like me. I'm freaking time poor, whereas I'm running a business. I don't need, again, we're going back to the social media ADD. I don't want to have to spend 27 fucking Facebook lives and fucking a bunch of stuff doing this. I want to be able to go, what are the things I need to do that will get me the most bang for my buck? Yeah. What are the essentials? What are those simple things that I need to do on a consistent basis that will get me what I'm looking for? So that's why I built the course in the way it is. And it will get people the results that they're looking for.
Amazing. Where can I get it, mate?
That is the challenge. So we're in the process of rebranding and doing our whole website. Like, I've been the worst person on the planet for selling my own stuff online. I could sell anyone else's, but my own stuff is a nightmare. So the best thing to do is go to davidwalshonline.com/contact or email me directly. My email is, hopefully this won't go crazy bonkers, but david@davidwalshonline.com. Just email me directly. I'm happy to hop on a call, see which solution is right for you. Like we're doing all of our sales over the phone right now till we get the sales pages up there so you can get the opportunity to buy it online. But yeah, we just contact me directly. I'm happy to talk about stuff and how we can help you.
Perfect. And you're on LinkedIn and Facebook as well, so people can just search David Walsh. Yep.
Yeah. Just look for David Walsh Online. That is me. That's my whole brand. You'll find me Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, website, Skype, whatever. Everything it's David Walsh Online.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. YouTube, Mr. David Walsh, the absolute legend. What a fantastic interview. What a fantastic episode. Just so much value, mate. Thank you so much for everything you shared today, for taking the time to come on the show. Thank you so much again to everybody who's got involved in the show today, everyone who's listening, both on the live feed and on the download. We love you guys, and I hope you love David Walsh as much as I do. What a phenomenal human being. Dude, have a phenomenal weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon, buddy.
Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure being here today.
My pleasure, sir. Take care, dude. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Amazing. That was absolutely amazing. Amazing. I could probably not say amazing enough times to explain how I feel about that episode. David is a phenomenal human being. As I said, I've had the pleasure of knowing him now for just over a year through my mastermind circles, and I am honestly blown away. I know that David knows his stuff, and I know the kind of phenomenal results he gets for his clients, and some big name clients as well. And I'm just thrilled that he was able to and willing to share so much with you all today. So I'm sure you'll agree that was phenomenal in terms of the amount of value on the episode. Please do go and connect with David Walsh. Whatever size business you are, no matter what you want to achieve on YouTube, hopefully that has inspired you to put a little bit more focus in YouTube and ignore those naysayers who say that YouTube is dead and you can't make it on there anymore. It's obviously still a really powerful platform for building your brand, building your business, and getting your message out there. So do go and connect with David. If you need help with your YouTube strategy in any way, no matter the size of your business, just get in touch with the guy. David Walsh online .com/contact, and you can get his email address and contact details there. So that is that. Now I'm going to take some of David's advice, and I'm going to say to you, my wonderful listeners, if you've loved this episode, if you love the content, if you love what I do here at Optimize Me Now, Subscribe, please do. Go onto iTunes, go onto your favorite podcast provider and subscribe to the episode. Leave us a review. It helps people determine whether this is going to be useful or beneficial for them or not as well, if they haven't yet discovered the show. So that would be great if you could go on and do that for me. But please do subscribe. It means you're going to get all of the latest content, all of the latest episodes as they come out for download. And don't forget to come and connect with me over on Facebook as well, because that is where we do the live stream for all of these episodes. If you want to see the video and you want to get involved live, that is the place to go. So finally, just a quick one. If you're a business owner and you're interested in growing your business, you're in the contracting, the construction, the tradesperson space, and you are a six-figure business owner who is frustrated with the constant chaos in your business. Perhaps there are people in your business, the team aren't quite gelling, there might be arguments, there might be petty stuff going on. Perhaps people are just dropping the ball because, do you know what, you're nailing your sales and marketing, you're super busy as a business, but where you're struggling to deliver is in just that, in the delivery. It's the operations. So many people focus on the marketing, so many people focus on the sales, but the one thing that lets people down is that when they're absolutely killing it on sales, is that they really struggle to deliver, or they manage to deliver but at a substandard level. That leads to pissed off clients. Pissed off clients leads to complaints, which leads to unhappy staff, unhappy team who are constantly fighting fires, constantly dealing with problems, and that's not healthy for anybody. And so if you're interested in looking at your operations, if you have, as I say, have got your sales and marketing absolutely nailed, but it's falling down in the ops and people are dropping the ball and you're struggling to deliver on all the work that's coming through the door, then get in touch. We need to have a chat, because that is exactly what my Bulletproof Business Accelerator Programs do. I've got one for 5-figure, one for 6-figure. So if you're early, starting out on your journey, the 5-figure one is for you. If you are a 6-figure, multi-6-figure business or above, then it is the 6-figure one for you. So do get in touch. Drop me a line at jamie@optimizemenow.com, or you can just pop me a message on LinkedIn, Facebook, anything like that, and just let me know that you've heard this on this podcast, and we can have a chat about how the accelerators can help you and your business to phenomenally grow your results, increase your profitability, allow you to massively increase sales through increasing capacity. And the best part about all this is when you've got the best and the right systems and structure in place in your business, you are no longer going to be spending 16 hours a day fighting fires, micromanaging your team. You can focus your time on the things that are important in your business and the things that matter most to you. So if that's you, if any of that resonates, get in touch, drop me a line, let's have a chat. You can also join my free Facebook group, which is the Better Business Academy. Just search that and you'll find it. If you connect with me on Facebook, then you'll see that link to my profile anyway. And as I said before, if you do want to support the show in a more formal way, you can become an official patron on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/optimizemenow, and you can get all the details about the different levels for which you can sign up there. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for being freaking awesome. The details of the next episode then are next week, next Friday. I'm going to be speaking to Catherine Gladwin, who is going to be talking about her battle with brain cancer and how she's built an amazing business and life despite of it. It's a battle that, not wanting to give too much away, may still be ongoing for her. So it's I really appreciate her being so vulnerable, so honest, and taking the time to come on the show and talk about her experiences. I think it would be really valuable for anybody who is not only going through this themselves or something similar, you know, a life-threatening disease or illness, but also for people who know, have friends, have family, perhaps, you know, loved ones who might be going through that as well. And it's going to be a really inspirational show. You know, the way that she's built her life and built her business around all of this and despite all of this is so inspiring, and I think that everybody can learn a lot from her tenacity and her drive for life. That's going out live on Facebook on Friday the 12th of July at 10:30 a.m. and then the audio download will be available on iTunes et al. I think we're going about 3 to 4 weeks at the moment in terms of being ahead of ourselves. So yeah, in about 3 or 4 weeks time. So ladies and gents, thanks once again. Don't forget to go and subscribe, leave a review, and until next time, stay optimized.